Hello, welcome back. Last time I finally got a victory, two of them in fact, in the room that have been on for such a long time. It is done now, so I'm in a whole new place. It bumped me forward onto Kevin, who of course is here, wouldn't be a room in this level without him. We're going upward. Part of me orb is around, and she's gonna have to travel a long way for that ascent. There's a switch anchored to nothing but spikes there. Is there a room exit to the left of that, Kevin? Doesn't matter. There's a bump there that would stop him from going much of anywhere. So you're just for a momentary bump to the right. Probably during a wall bounce. I'm thinking I'll be dashing left into you, dashing up with that crystal, and bouncing to the right. Why though? Who hits the switch? That jellyfish, I guess? So the Kevin down here will bring it. So I think what I'm seeing is bop this while he's going upward, do an extended hyper and, or maybe a bunny hop or something, then dash up into that, assume the orb keeps flinging me upward, and I'll arrive at the other orb up there after some time. Jellyfish will be brought. Kevin will bop into that gate at some point. The jellyfish needs to hit this to open it. There's a golden feather. At some point I need to interact with that guy to get up to the feather. Yeah, because I can't quite just get there from that surface, probably. Then I feather for a bit and dash up to that, get the crystal. Does the jellyfish have to stay with me? Looks like it. I'll lose it there and get a new one. Lose that one there and dash into part of me. This looks surprisingly straightforward compared to previous room. Those two switches down there will open these two doors, I guess? And you need to go left for some reason, so the jellyfish will fall. Well, it's just gonna get scraped off and fall straight down there. Do I need to dash right, pick it up, dash left? So I probably gotta extract that jellyfish, because otherwise I don't get enough height or something, and that seems to be the top. Okay. Alright, let's try the bunny hop instead, because that one didn't work too well. Okay, big fling. Jellyfish is here. That didn't extend. Whoops. There we go. So, my only time pressure here is that the jellyfish is going to drift down out of my reach. So I want to dash up left into it. There's kind of a big delay here when I want to start the room. That's okay, I guess. It's not skippable. It's not a cutscene. Okay, so next puzzle. How do I get through there alive with the jellyfish? That did it. It opened the thing. I need to reconnect with it, though. Okay. If I've used both of my dashes, maybe I want to hold on to it for longer, but that doesn't make any sense. I need, like, so many fewer dashes that I'm using. Can I bring the jellyfish to the right? And then just, like, get a better trajectory for starting? I guess I'll try that. Yes, okay. If I was doing this... Okay. Well, a lot of that kinda sorta worked. Doesn't feel like what the level would normally ask me to do, but I could try it, because it's what makes the most sense at the moment. Because I don't think there's a single dash from that spot that both picks up the jellyfish, clears the spike hurdle, and doesn't kill me in the process. I think I do need to throw it while I'm in the process of wall bouncing on that Kevin or something? No, that has to happen first. So that's like a back boost sort of situation, kinda? So I'll bring it to the right. I guess I'll try hypering into it instead of super to get a little more speed. Throw to the right with the back boost, keep that dash, clear that spike somehow, dash left, bop Kevin, get crystal, wall bounce. I can't pick up the jellyfish at the same time. Because it will be over here. I can't fall back down and get Kevin again. Well, we just gotta try some angles up there. Whoa. Right, so there's no way I'm doing that in one dash. I have to bring it back and something. So if I'm here, there's nothing happening that constitutes time pressure at the moment. If I throw and then do this, I do make it here. Okay, some of that was what I wanted to happen. I missed the thing again. Okay, so let's forget about everything downstream of there and just see if I can extended hyper into jellyfish pickup there and actually hit the switch with that. Doesn't seem like it. I think I'm too low. Perhaps super would work better? No! Not extended. Whoops. Super's a little too high. That might be better, though. Right! Okay. No, and I'm still not hitting the switch. Okay, can I hit the switch going the wrong way around? I need to know if that's even an available action. Yep. I missed. Okay, a little hard to get an answer to that question. Well, not really. I could... Inconclusive. Still inconclusive. Ah. Did that bump on the switch or the door? I can't see. Extended hyper is just the worst move. I have to do it so many times every level. Okay, so I hit those if I do that. I just don't know if I actually gain enough height from the, whoops. The hyper dash to be in range of that. So that's why I want to super this. Somehow supers are easier to time than extended hypers. I don't know why, but they still also have the same problem on some level. That pretty conclusively hit the back of the switch, I'm gonna say. Okay, so that direction does not work, which makes sense to me. Could I add yet another phase to this process? Because I don't see even the vaguest idea of how to do this all in one operation. So I think it's going to be multi-stage however I do it. Okay, well that gives me an opportunity to recover if my super fails, at least. What? Okay, so if I were to leave the jellyfish somewhere... There's nowhere to leave it. Ooh, I have an idea. I have an idea. Hit the switch, then go to the right. So how I will do that is an open question, but it's the thing I want to find a way to do. How did that not hit it? I have never hit this switch, I note. Not a single time yet. The angles don't seem compatible. Alright, so forgetting everything downstream... Wait, I have another idea. Isn't there some... Okay, how do I jelly climb like that? Ha! There, I hit the switch. Okay, so some things sort of worked out there. Maybe I leave that Kevin alone. Sounds weird, but I might have a way to just, like, not even interact with him other than using him as a wall. Yes, I know, there's a tool there I'm not using, but it doesn't seem plausible to use it yet. So I'm not going to discard what looks like a plausible idea for one that looks implausible just because it uses more elements of the level. Not yet. Not until I've seen how possible this is. Because, like, that would just be choosing to stop making progress instead of pursuing something that looks promising, if unconventional. So, what are the angles where I can hit the button from? Like, this button is just in an unbelievably awkward spot. That does not do it. I assume it's because the jellyfish is too low? It's like the tentacles have to hit it. Okay, so jelly climb is hard to do. I've done it before. I have not... Was I ever asked to... Yes, there was one level that used fancy jellyfish technology in the advanced lobby. I forget what it was called. Vinculum. I remembered what it was called. That's not quite how I wanted that to go. Okay, how am I using my dashes? I don't think I have enough to make this happen, do I? Oh, I don't know, I might. Okay, I'm just gonna improvise some stuff, because I think this is improvisable. Hey. This room's weird. It's probably less weird if I take a guess and happen to correctly guess what the author had in mind here. Okay, so you bounce back when that happens, so be prepared for the bounce back. It won't continue forward. Yeah, so the switch is a solid object. It doesn't have to be mounted on something. Like, I always interpreted it as the wall giving solidity to the switch, but no, it's the switch itself. This might be fine. So now I do... oh hey, the crystal came back. Isn't that nice? Okay. Okay. So none of that worked the way it was supposed to, but it did seem to work. I can learn about later stuff. There's a crystal field behind there, and that's what I just learned. I'm holding the wrong button to see. That pink thing's gonna go back, it looks like, so you want me to go right, left, pick up, drop, up? Okay, I did those things. The crystal field's back. Ah! There's more there. So my jank solution worked. I wish it hadn't, because now I'll never know what the real one is. However, I'm also glad it did, because I have a way to get through there. I don't know what to do with that Kevin on the left. The route doesn't make sense. Like, nothing makes sense about this section. So I made the sense that I could make of it, and found a way through. And I can probably repeat that. If it becomes too unreliable, or I have an idea about what's actually supposed to happen here, I'll change it, but right now I have no idea. But all of that is perfectly reasonable. For some reason Watchtower won't show me any higher there, so I just don't get to preview that part of the level. So I just need to do a better jellyfish climb to get on top of the platform. There were Kevins on either side with green crystal fields in front of them. I'm not sure what that means, but I just have to go up there and look at the situation. Okay, so can I repeat what I did? And if so, how easily? Whoops, that's not what I did. I don't think there's an opportunity to incorporate a grounded ultra in here. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, so I need to get the jellyfish back and go back to the land on the right. That's my next task after hitting the switch. Whoops, whoa, I forgot what step I was on. It's a very complicated tangle of actions. But it's kinda cool. Like, I would appreciate this sequence of actions if the room were actually built around it. It's clear that it's not. But regardless, I still think it's kinda cool. So I guess I am using Kevin briefly to get rightward motion while my hair is blue, so you know... If that's the case, then I can't prove this is not what I'm supposed to do here. Whoops. Well. The only proof I had was that I never interacted with that Kevin, I thought. But maybe I did on my other improvised route. Okay, so just gotta fly that jellyfish better, and then I can get from the right platform to the feather just fine. Apparently this is what I'm doing, so I can make it work. And here in Grandmaster, anything goes. If it works, then it's the solution. Whoops! Okay, I can retry. Actually, I can retry better than that. Yeah, so I can, instead of doing what I did... Whoops. Bunny hop feels super weird because I'm moving up so fast with it. So I don't even get off the ground. Oops. Hup. Nope. Actually, do I even need to go back to the right? Can I just climb? Well, that would be not interacting with the Kevin. Okay, well, let's just do that then. If it's gonna work, then it'll work. Once again showing me that I'm not doing this the way it's meant to be done. Whoops, I missed somehow. I guess I didn't wait long enough. So one jelly thingy. Well, I guess I'm going over here anyway. That's fine. Wah! That move is awkward and easy to fail. I'm not jumping neutrally enough. Oops. Alright, be more neutral. There we go. Okay. I used all my tools. Oh, dang it. Okay. The jelly climb is hard to do when I'm down that low, but I shouldn't even need to if I do it from all the way over here. Okay, there we go, there we go. Alright, got the rhythm of the climb a little better. I guess this is how I like to do things. All the way over, climb, go here, do that, easy. He says lying. Doable. Let's put it that way. Okay. Right, up, drop. Right, left, grab. Other kind of drop, up. Hup! I was too slow about it. Alright, so that, but faster. Oops. Standard hypers. They're always the way that they are. Ah! Always. Oops. What if I did a different move there? The one that I used down there. That puts me in just not the right spot. Does it put me in a better spot for continuing to the right, though? Like, it's a suggestion to do a second one of these moves. Oh, that gets me over here in one move. Okay, I could accept that. This is recoverable. Not anymore. Okay, so that lets me skip a step. Okay, that feels more like what's meant to happen. Not so sure about this step, that doesn't seem right, but who cares? If it works, it works. Whoops! Wow! Right, I guess what I should have thought of the bunny hop since hyper was too low and super was too high. However, this just doesn't look like a very bunny hoppable spot. It's a lot easier than it looks, though. Still more comfortable coming over there than doing everything in one transaction. Great. I did that so well the first time. I think I need to drop later. But also be very ready to pick up again and do that. Whoops, that's not how I do this anymore. Well, this time it is. It works just fine. Yeah, see, I have to drop much later. I'm just dropping way too early. I have to do that faster if that's how I'm gonna do it. Feels better to do it that way. Just be in a hurry, I guess. Or at least don't waste time on the way. There we go. Jelly climb feels so cool to pull off, I love it. That is one that I actually enjoy. It's just something really satisfying about that series of inputs. Yeah, I just gotta toss it vaguely in there, I don't have to be very precise. I've been lining it up real carefully. Drop late, drop late, drop late, drop late. Also dash the right direction. I was too hasty with my dash. I kinda need to be hasty. Also, I didn't drop very late, but somehow it got to the right place anyway, sorta? I don't trust the, oops. I was already too late for the bunny approach. Not that the other one worked. Whoops, I forgot how to... I was trying to do both at once. So since the watchtower just stopped at a certain point... Dang it, I'm trying to do both at once again. I have no idea how much room is left after this point. I've encoded this completely wrong way in my head now. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Okay. Yep. What? Ooh, I'm a little low. That's okay, I made it anyway. Well, that timing was no good. I'm going too fast when I pick that thing up. Is there another direction I can dash? Let's see, can I see that spot? Yes, the watchtower will show me. It's higher. Maybe I can go farther right before I dash back left. Or can I pick up and throw before I... No. Can I do an up left dash? It looks like that ceiling is unspiky. I think maybe I can do an up left dash as I pick up the jellyfish. Yeah, I don't... Well, no. It only looks unspiky because there's a door covering the spikes, probably. Well, let's check when I get there. Yeah, it looked like the left two spikes weren't there, but then I realized I was seeing a door. Guess I'm doing it this way. That's fine. It works. With the tentacles. Whoop. That was not in the right place. Which means this is here. Okay. I think that's unspiky, so there's still a stump of a door on it, but I don't think there are spikes on the last two spots in the ceiling there. What I don't like about the bunny hop approach is how close I have to get to those spikes. And also that I forget how to do that part sometimes. But it is more satisfying to pull off, so I'd rather do it that way. Good enough. Just do two of these. Whoa! Okay. Whoops! I should change my angle there. Better to be too high instead of too low. Wow! I bunked my head. Whoops, I bonked my head again. I saw it coming, though, so I was a little more ready. Whoops. Okay, I'll have to do this the hard way. Done. No, not done. Dang. Trying to do everything very deliberately here. I can miss that. I found the way to do that, so don't. There are spikes there, I just can't see the white of them. I saw the two black pixels of those two little teeth. They're there, okay. And I also felt them on my head. That's the more important part. Alright. Yep. Just a little below where the springbird is. How do I do that? Well, dash earlier, drop later. I guess. That's pretty much what it's gonna have to be. Why didn't I do my extra dash? That's why I do that dash, because I don't make it if I don't. It's a key part of the process. Here okay, so I showed that it's maybe not, but I still should do it for time delay, because I need that jellyfish to be a bit lower with what I'm doing. However, if I wanted to do this all in one operation... I mean, I don't need to, but again... It'd be nice to do that once just to see what it'd be like. Because I don't think I'm ever meant to return back from right to left. Well, I'm not doing it this time, clearly. That's okay. Don't have to. Okay. Dash early, but drop late. Kinda like that, but I need to dash straight up. I keep having an angle in my dash. Oops. Oh, whoa, that works. Great. Okay, straight up, no angle. Okay, I did that. I had a different problem. Is there another way I can carry that thing out of there? What if I threw it left and let Kevin be its backstop? Well, he's spiky, though. Yeah, but the jellyfish bounces. Okay, maybe I can throw it left and let Kevin be the backstop. I'll try. Aw, that's not what I want. It's bound to happen at some point, though. Right, I've stood on switches before. I've seen that they're physical. I just forgot that that had happened. Ah, dang it! Again! Okay, lower. Oops, nope. Hey, wait a second. Here's a query. So that would be the fast way. Now, yeah, so since I wasn't doing the bunny hop trajectory before, that's why I was always missing the switch. Okay, so that makes a little more sense. Okay, so grab first, then throw a dash. Just to... reducing the number of steps gives me fewer points of failure, and here I go doing it the old way. Well, at least I have an alternate for when something goes wrong. Alright, so I think I did figure out the proper way to do that finally. I did it once-ish. Almost. Okay, so this spot. This one's just like super hard. Wait, no. Throw it against Kevin. Yeah, throw it against Kevin. Okay, that actually solves everything. I'm here! What does this mean? Alright, his top's not spiky. I think I have to get in there, touch the switch, and get back out and do that twice. This is a checkpoint! Whoa! Those exist! Alright, I'm at a checkpoint. Do you suppose there's a heart just up there? Since the watchtower didn't show me, I'm feeling the vibe as if this is a, as if I'm close to the heart. I did that all wrong. How did I do that the first time? Somehow left side was easier. Whoa. It wasn't like that. I'm gonna keep going for a little bit. I think that crystal came back quicker somehow? Oh, I should get on the ground. Yeah, get on the ground so the crystal field stays. Interesting. Get on the ground. Do the crystal... Wait, I ate it. Wait. Wait. How did I do this? Ah, do it from farther away so that my dash is already recharged. That's silly. Okay, got it. Keep the crystal around. Ha, ha. Nope, I ate it. Retry. Ah, dang. This is actually kind of tricky. So he stops for a moment when I bash him again. Wait, here's a better idea. Check this out. Is that a better idea? It's different. Oops. There's like a couple of different ways to do this, it looks like. Alright, there we go. Out. Other way. Ha, ha. Now, why am I doing that? Your top is not bashable. No, I'm doing it the wrong way now. Whoa! Okay, the heart is there. I had a feeling it might have been. Alright. So it was just the one extremely unreasonably hard room. The rest was... more okay. Alright. 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 So, I won the level. Cool! Good stuff. I've heard rumors that there's an extremely hard secret room in here that I did not smell in the slightest. But, like, apparently it's way, way beyond my current skill level, and I should not go look for it. At some point I'm gonna do a secret roundup looking through all sorts of things. I'll just, like, look through things in debug mode and see... apparently some of the rooms can only be accessed that way. See what they are. So cool, that's another Grandmaster level done. Good stuff. Alright. What's your sticker? It's a Kevin face. Not really in his traditional rectangle, just outside. I guess it's a rectangle, just at a 45-degree angle. Alright. Excellent. Level is done. That was a fantastic level. My complaints about the second-to-last room have already kind of faded from memory, and I think I have more good memories even in that room than bad ones. It just was a much larger jump in difficulty than made sense to me. Do I want to go back in there and do... I mean, I don't think I would gain much from doing grounded ultras in those two rooms that asked for them. The end would be speedier and I would land on the ground easier, and I can just picture what that would look like. I don't have to actually experience it. I learned the lesson a little late, but it was fully learned, and going back in there is unnecessary. So... that's my thought on that. Alright, so next time, now I do need a vacation. Now I would prefer to get an intermediate silver or two, rather than go straight to fractured iridescence. So next time, vacation to intermediate lobby, then when I'm ready, I'll come back and try that green thing.